everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I'm here to talk about She-Hulk, in particular, last week's episode. Something that's been kind of lost in the twerking of it all, and the Megan Thee Stallion of it all, is who hired the discount wrecking crew, which has pissed off a lot of people, also pissed off a lot of people, but whatever. You know, who the fuck cares? I don't get me wrong, I know the Wrecking Crew. I'm accustomed to the Wrecking Crew. I've seen the Wrecking Crew on basically anything that has to do with the Avengers or Thor, or I've seen the Wrecking Crew. But like, I'm not so attached to the Wrecking Crew that I'm like, they have to be like this. You know what I mean? The Wrecking Crew is in the same category with, like, I don't know, fucking, killing, like, the Wrecking Crew is in the category with, like, the Tinkerer to me, where it's just like, bruh, you can do whatever the fuck you want with the Tinkerer. You can make him an old white dude, you can make him a young white dude, you can make him a young white woman, and like they did in the Spider-Man, because in the Spider-Man PS4/5 game, the Tinkerer is a woman. She's a young Latino woman. I mean, same method, she's still a villain and whatnot, but it's a woman. It doesn't really change the character. And it's not that big of a deal because I'm not that attached. It's like, I'm not so attached to that. And the same thing with the Wrecking Crew. The Wrecking Crew are glorified henchmen any fucking way. They've never been that big of a deal. They've always just been henchmen. They've always just been disposable henchmen who just so happen to have, like, sure, in the comics they have the power to go toe-to-toe with Thor when, you know, sure, theoretically they do. And they do give Thor a run for his money on an occasion. But they're just guys they're essentially Thor's Shocker. That's what the Wrecking Crew is. They are to Thor what Shocker is to Spider-Man, which is Shocker can give Spider-Man a nice little shock, and then he overcomes them. But I digress. Sorry for going on that quick little tangent about people losing their mind over the Wrecking Crew, but who gives a fuck? It's the Wrecking Crew. Alright, they like it's fucking Dr. Doom. Calm down, people. But anyway, who is their boss? It's the question that I think they set up in this show. And you have to remember, some reviewers of this show have seen the first 4 episodes. I'd say most people who reviewing the show have seen the first 4 episodes. Like, most of the big publications have seen that. Some people have seen the first 7 episodes. But no one has seen all 9. Except if you've worked on the show. You know, except if you worked on the show and like Kevin Feige and some people. But, so, there's still about, what? 8, 9? There's still about 2 episodes worth of stuff going on in this show that hasn't been revealed to anyone. And like I said, most people have only seen the first 4. So most people have no clue what happens after this week's episode. Most people. Like I said, there are some I heard who got 7, which is so weird that some got 7 and most got 4. I don't know if it's people got to see. I don't know if it's when people went to the theater to see the premiere, it was just 4, or I'm not sure how that went, but some people got 7, but most people only got to see the first 4. But I don't know. Either way, that's, you know, that's what I'm kind of going off of. So I don't think so. So I only put that out there to say that I feel like if it was like a massive, massive name, it would have already leaked, right? Unless they don't reveal it until near the last 2 episodes. It really feels like the only case, right? That's the only thing I can think of is that if it was a big name, there's no way that some people have seen 7 episodes of this thing and they wouldn't have leaked it already. So you already see some people saying, oh, maybe it's the Kingpin, maybe it's Val. And I just don't buy that because I feel like that would have leaked. Like the Hawkeye, like Kingpin being in Hawkeye, like sort of kind of leaked out maybe a year before, the show came, maybe like a couple months before the show ever came out. And the idea that wouldn't have leaked in this, it's just, you know, we already know Daredevil's going to show up and that they're going to go on a mission together. And we already know there's probably going to be other cameos. So it does make you wonder, like, are they going to do, like, is this going to be the Wrecking Crew was sent by Val? But we see the kind of people Val aka, you know, Valentina, the one who sent goddamn Yelena to go kill Hawkeye and Hawkeye. We see how she operates and the kind of people she operates with. So this really only, like, I'm gonna just lay it out there. I'm pretty sure it's Titania. I'm pretty sure that Titania, because we know she's gonna show back up. There are scenes with her hugging. We know she's gonna show back up, and we know Mark Ruffalo's gonna show back up. I know he's gonna show back which kind of makes me think that this whole hype for Planet Hulk might actually not be there. And the reason that I say that, and the reason I say it, I don't know, it may or may not be proof, but there was that picture they uploaded like a week ago maybe of Mark Ruffalo giving the actress who plays Titania a hug in his full mocap suit. And they haven't shared a scene together. And Tim Roth just said that they were going to share a scene together as well. Tim Roth said that there will be a scene of him and Bruce talking, which all that is evidence to tell me that Bruce is going to come back to planet Earth pretty quickly. Like, it's not going to be like quick, but he will be coming back to planet Earth, and he will still be Smart Hulk. So, maybe this is a separate video for a separate topic, but I think some people might be disappointed. I'm just saying, the evidence is saying that Bruce will be back, and he will still be in his normal form if he's going to be interacting with Titania and, you know, Abomination, aka, you know, Blonsky, without any, you know, issue. He's gone, which will mean he had to come back. Just saying, not to throw too much cold water on people's Planet Hulk theories, but unless he comes back and then goes back again, I'm not sure. But I got off topic as usual. I think it's Titania. I think the boss who's sending people out is Titania. I think she got her ass whooped by She-Hulk. I think it embarrassed her. And I think she's gonna be a villain that's kind of playing up. Like, they're gonna do that thing with her. And, like, I don't know this for sure. I haven't seen her again since the first episode, and you really don't see her. But it's gonna be one of those, there's been a couple movies made about this kind of a topic of social media and people going too far on social media. I mean, we know how many of us have heard stories about people doing insane things just to get clicks, just to get views on YouTube, on different things. So, and, you know, and different things like that. So what would it be like if someone with like this ego, like I'm talking like Logan Paul levels of arrogance and ego and thought and high, you know, thought about themselves, and they're addicted to this social media platform? What would it be like if a person like that had power? And then what would it be like if a person like that got knocked down a peg? That person would probably commit the resources and their social following to destroy this person who hurt them. And that's what I think is happening here. I think that the villain, because Titania has been billed as the villain, but we have only seen her the one time, is Titania. I think she hired the Wrecking Crew to get some of her blood so that she can put it in herself and be super strong too. I think at a certain point, this is me just making predictions. I think at a certain point, they are going to get her blood, and they are going to put it in Titania, and she's going to bulk up and become kind of like the Titania from the comics, who's pretty on par with She-Hulk in terms of power. I think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be, like I say, I think people are going to really think that the person who's hired is some big name, but I just don't think so, because like I said, some people have seen the first 7 episodes of this, and no one said anything about, you know, being like the Kingpin or something crazy like that. So I'm not thinking it's going to be that. I'm thinking it's Titania. She hired these guys to get her blood. I think these guys will eventually get her blood and give it to her, and that's going to be an epic fight near the end. But that is my theory about who is the boss behind the Wrecking Crew. I believe it is Titania, and I also believe that Bruce is going to show up near the tail end of the show to help her out. Like, I don't think Bruce is going to show back up until maybe the last episode. Maybe the last 2 episodes. Probably something like that. You know, I think Bruce is going to show back up in the last 2 episodes. Because, and like I said, it may or may not be putting cold water on the theories of people excited about a Planet Hulk. Because if he's coming back, unless this show takes place like years in advance, but even then, if he's coming back and he's in the mocap suit and he's still like Smart Hulk, that means the events that happened where he was couldn't have been that bad if he's still Smart Hulk and he's still in control. So I don't know. Like I said, that's just me throwing it out there. Anyways, thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.